Roster changes or any shifts since we last saw you?
No, we're status quo. Guys are in exams right now and working hard through that. And we'll have Maymester start on May 13th, next Monday. So looking forward to getting those guys on campus and move from there.
Tyreek Johnson still working his way through in the process?
Taekwon
Johnson.
Yeah, it still is, yeah.
Well, what's your schedule like for the next month as the guys get around, like for recruiting? I suppose you want to take some vacation time, that kind of thing.
Well, we have, through the month of May, our coaches are all on the road recruiting so during the spring evaluation period. So I'm in the office with Matt Lindsay and evaluating guys that they're calling in on, shifting our board, constantly working through that. We're doing some opponent study right now as far as some of those things are concerned, just to have some notes ready from the guys get off the road. So I spend my days doing that, and also the Gamecock clubs. I've got a bunch of these that I got to speak at. So, but we enjoy seeing our crowd and our fan base is as loyal, passionate fan base as anybody in the country. So, really enjoy getting out and seeing them. So I have busy days as far as that's concerned, making some appearances here and there. Then our guys will get off the road at the end of May, and we'll reset our board, and then we start our camp series. And you have 10 different camps. We spread them out a little bit more this year than we have before to really work through 3 weeks instead of 2 weeks. But we'll get a great return there, and that's a huge evaluation part for us to be able to get the guys and evaluate them and coach them and kind of see how that process works. And the last of June, we'll have a couple days off in the first couple weeks of July, and then we're back cranking it up. I think we're back in Birmingham this year for SEC Media Days. So it'll be right around the corner. But we get a little downtime at the end of June and 1st of July, and then we get back in the office in June, and we immediately start game planning on our first 3, which we've already done. But we kind of go back through some different things and get ready for fall camp as far as our installation process is concerned.
Speaking of media days, I think you're on the 3rd to last day instead of the last day.
Yeah,
that's something you
Moved
requested.
me up, I guess. I get in the hierarchy there, so that's good.
Since we're in Sumter, Tyreek Johnson, what is sort of his progress back from the injury, and what kind of player do you think he can be for you guys?
Well, we were really excited about him. Unfortunately, in a non-contact situation with the ACL, but he's rehabbed extremely well off of it. He's got his weight back up. He's about up to 260, 265, 270 range. But we were really excited about him. He's a heavy-handed guy. He can hold the point. Very athletic. A guy that we're really excited about.
He stick at defensive tackle.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
There was a national article that came out today ranking quarterback rooms for now and in the future, and yours was among the best in the country. I know you can't talk about your commitment specifically, but when you look at what you have this year and going forward, even into the recruiting class, how good do you feel about that position, especially relative to where you came in?
Absolutely. We've changed the room and feel really good about the future at that position at the University of South Carolina. There's no doubt about it. Feel really comfortable, obviously, to carry on from year 1 to year 2. Really improved. Really like some things he's bringing to the table for us. Ryan had a really good spring. And Jay Urick's a guy athletically is going to do some other things for us, but it's a guy we've got confidence in the quarterback room. But we feel good about our future there. There's no doubt about it.
What kind of an impact do you think Jequez Searles could make in his first year on campus?
Well, again, it's always hard to project when a young man hasn't been on your campus as far as practice and those things are concerned. We think he's got a tremendous upside. Again, a heavy-handed guy. He can anchor. He can really rush inside well. He can hold point well inside. So we think he's got a vast skill set, and I'm looking forward to getting him on campus.
Well, you mentioned like other guys will be on the road. They'll call into you, and you can kind of call up the film. Is it ever a case where you offer or drop a guy just from what you're seeing there, or do you prefer to be in person when they come to work out for you to camp?
Well, I think there's some times it's the evaluation period. So our guys will see a guy practice. They may see lack of work ethic. They may see a great work ethic. There may be some things on tape that we wanted to verify size-wise of how big is he, what is his growth potential, and then obviously we're asking a lot of questions in the high schools.
Sure.
Talking in terms of the administration, coaches, and all of the people that that can impact evaluating the transcript. That's you're getting right now in your 6th semester. So you're finding out a lot academically, and you're making some decisions on some guys based on how they finished this last spring semester going into the summer. So there's a lot of questions that get answered during the spring evaluation period, and it's a huge part of the evaluation process. But I always feel like, David, for me, I think it's ridiculous that we can't go out recruiting as head coaches. I would love to go out and evaluate, but at the end of the day, getting them on campus and getting in that situation, in that setting, I think is really important because the player-coach relationship is a two-way street. they may walk off our campus because there ain't no way I want to get coached by this guy, and that's fine. Go somewhere else. I worry about the ones we sign, not the ones we don't. Or they may come in and say, you know what, I really like the way, because I tell our guys, coach exactly the way you're going to coach our players, because I don't want a guy walking in the door and say, wow, I didn't know it was going to be like this. And they're going to understand exactly what they get when they get to our place.
What did you see from Sherrod Green in his first year as a starter? What did you like, and what do you feel like he's kind of got to work on going into year 2?
I thought like we were inconsistent, and I think he'd be the first person to tell you that. He's a very talented young man, and I think he had a great spring. And he just got to continue to be. That's a hard player with all young players. Mm-hmm. Young players have a hard time day in, day out. The grind that you go through, the strain that you have to go through in order to be a really, really good football player. And all young players struggle with that, some more than others. But I think that there were some really bright spots, and I think there were some places that we certainly could have improved and gotten better. And I saw a lot of improvement this spring, so I'm excited about him in training camp.